Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rosano, and this is another episode of the world famous, the University Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you and I, we just call this show Online Marketing Moves, and we're coming to you live today. Today is Wednesday, December the 29th, 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know, I'm recording this from a noisy location, so if you hear noise in the background, please ignore it. It's a lot going on around here, but ladies and gentlemen, we got to record. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get the show in the books. All right, and so ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to talk to you about something that's very important. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what's important? Ladies and gentlemen, it is called you. We're going to talk about you. How are you feeling about this year? How do you feel about this year? What do you think? Do you think you got things done? Do you think you got things accomplished? Some of you going to say yes, some of you going to say no. I will tell you this. I will say this. It does not matter if you did not make your goals or you met your goals. It does not matter. The most important thing is that every day you put in the work to get the thing that you want to do done. Every day you show up. Every day. It doesn't matter if you physically do something, if you mentally do something, if you mentally think about the task at hand. That's important too, because a lot of times, a lot of people, they say, I want to do this, I want to do that, but the thing that they don't do is they don't think about it on a regular basis. They don't think about it all the time. I think about this podcast all the time. I think about copywriting all the time. Me working for me, I think about that constantly. The few times I don't think about it is, of course, when I'm with my wife, with my baby. But when I'm at work, I think about this. When I'm at home, when I'm at home and alone, I think about this. I think about this on a daily basis. So for me, I know it's going to happen. And for you, I want the same thing. But in order for you to make it happen, you have to start thinking about this stuff on a regular basis. You can't just show up, put in the hours of work, and be like, all right, that's it for me, I'm done. No, you want to think about this stuff. You want to think about where you're going. You want to think about how you're going to get there. You want to think about the things that you need to do. You want to be plotting every single chance you get, every single day. You want to be plotting things out. You want to be mapping out your story. You want to be mapping out your story. You want to be thinking about, how am I going to do this? Where am I going to do this? Who am I going to work with? How am I going to work with these people? Who am I going to interview for the videos and the podcast? What am I going to talk about? What am I going to do? You have to be entrenched. You want to be engulfed in this stuff. I know they always say, like, job I have, they say work-life balance. There's no work-life balance. I work here 12 hours a day. 10 hours, 12 hours a day. You think they care about me and this podcast I got? Hell no, they don't. Okay, and that's okay, because I record either before I come to work, I record while I'm at work, I record after work. It does not matter. The podcast, the online marketing moves, the website, the YouTube, everything that I'm doing comes before this job. Okay. Hey, I like this job. I like driving trucks and all that stuff, but I'm in the win on that. You know what I mean? And this is my priority. This is my baby. And so this comes first. And I think about this constantly. And you should be doing the same thing. Now, for me, I'm a little obsessed about when I really like something. I get quite the I guess it's healthy, but the obsession. I'm like, I gotta do this. I want to do this. I gotta do this bad. And that's my goals. But for you should have the same thought. You can't just show up for 30 minutes and like, all right, let's do this for 30 minutes, and then no, put some thought, put some time into it, put some effort into it, and you will see that it will come out a whole lot better than what you think. It doesn't have to be physical every day, but definitely be thinking about it. Like on Sundays, I don't do a whole lot, but on Sundays I think about, what should I talk about during the week, how am I feeling about the podcast, what can I do to make it better, things like that. What can I do more of, and of course Sunday I thought I need to come out swinging and write more articles for the 2022. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is how I operate. Now, you should definitely be thinking about this stuff more often than you're not thinking about it. Okay, once you get into that mindset, once you get into the mindset of, let's say you're watching a movie. Like I watched a couple of movies this weekend. I thought, how do they relate to marketing? And so now I write stuff down. I take notes. I got notes. I write notes on the iPad. I actually need to this is why I need to get my printer together so that way I can start printing this stuff out and having these for my swipe file when I do the copywriting or when I do the emails and all this kind of stuff. But I definitely take notes. I definitely write things down, jot things down. I look more and more deep into marketing, trying to figure out, how to get there, because I know the most important thing that all of us can do is learn how to market for ourselves. Nobody's gonna toot your horn bigger than you. Maybe your mama, but nobody's gonna toot the horn bigger for you than you. So we all have to become marketing. I don't have to be a marketing guru, but you want to get a little better at the marketing yourself. And it's not bragging. It's it's just the way. It's just the nature of the beast these days. Nobody's gonna in the world full of content creators, in a world full of people just screaming at the top of their lungs. You don't have to scream at the top of your lungs, but you definitely want to stand out amongst the crowd. Okay, and so, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 3 days, go off, reflect on the year, but then think about what can I do to make 2022 even better. Start thinking in terms of, where am I going? What do I want to do? How do I want to do it? Timeline, frames. Start thinking like that. And the more you start thinking like that, the more you get away from the entertainment, the more you get away from the crap, the more you get away from the dead conversation with your friends, the more you focus on you and your business, the better off you will be. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We are out of time. That is it for the podcast. We will be back tomorrow with an all new episode of Online Marketing Moves, ladies and gentlemen. But until I appreciate you for listening, and as always, everybody, this is for you, mama. Peace.